United Airlines reports fifth incident in over a week as U.S.-bound flight returns to Australia. By the way, this is after Boeing lost $4 billion of valuation in a single day.
You're saying there's a new incident?
Another one.
Yes.
And, it was a DJ
Since
Khaled.
everything that's happened, another one.
Yeah, there's a DJ Khaled of airlines.
Shout out to
Yes. So I don't know if you guys know what's been going on with Boeing and really flying for real, but there have been constant incidences of, panels breaking off, them having to turn the plane around because something else isn't working, engine problems. And so the PBD podcast right now is talking about the fifth mechanical issue with Boeing planes. Let's get into why this is happening, because this is actually very concerning. We should not be having this many problems so close together, right? In such a short amount of time when it comes to the planes, this is very concerning.
Another one.
Yeah. So, and by the way, even United told Boeing to stop making the MAX 10s the airline ordered. Like, can you imagine, hey, man, stop building this. We're not interested. But United Airlines Boeing 777-300 aircraft suffered a mid-air fuel leak and was forced to make an emergency landing Monday, marking the fifth incident the airline reported in a little over a week. United Airlines 830 took off for a 14-hour journey from Sydney to San Francisco, but only 2 hours into the flight, the plane had to be redirected over a maintenance issue. Monday's incident is the latest in a string of mishaps suffered on board a Boeing aircraft. On March 4th, the Boeing 737 was forced to make an emergency landing in Texas just minutes into a flight after flames exploded from one of its jet engines. Jeez. A shocking video from the ordeal showed flames spewing. Do you have that video, by the way, to show that, Rob? Do you have the video? I mean, can you imagine you're on a flight?
Let's look at the video. I can't even imagine. Just hearing it is just too much for me. I'm not one of those who's like, I'm afraid to fly. But I'll tell you, these last couple months, I've been like, yo, come on, man. This summer, I really had a couple plans here. And I'm wondering now, what should I take a train? Should I extend vacation time and expect to get to places, 2 days, instead of 3 hours? Because what's the problem?
Oh my God, bro.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we realized something happened outside.
We realized.
The pilot doesn't even know, so the pilot is like, something happened. What do you say, right? But I would at least take a deep breath. Because as the pilot, you have to keep the plane calm. I would be like, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a quick malfunction, not one that will threaten the levitativity of the plane. However, we will be making a unexpected landing at an airport, a safe landing and a secure landing for you guys. Bro, oh my God, can you imagine looking out the window and seeing that? But we're actually gonna get into why this is happening, though.
Something happened outside.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're on a flight. You're like,
they're going to be finished. That redemption story stuff you got to talk about.
Plane loses tire.
Watch this. Look at the tire. Watch. Ready. Hey-o.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Max.
Weeks of investigation started after a large window ejected in January, revealing many quality issues. The audit found that Boeing and Spirit didn't meet necessary quality standard often. Boeing passed only 56 out of 89 product audits, failing 33 audits with 97 non-compliance instances noted. Spirit Aerosystems underwent 13 audits, failing to meet the standard in 7 instances. The FAA's report gives insights into issues with the manufacturing process. During the inspection, the safety agency noticed Spirit mechanics using a hotel key card to inspect a door, a method not specified in the official instructions, the New York Times reported. Additionally, the FAA observed mechanics applying liquid soap as a makeshift lubricant during assembly, later cleaning the seal with damp cheesecloth. Is this real?
Dude, I'm never flying. By the way, and Adam, you talked about.
So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, and then there's this discussion that you'll see about DEI, and we're going to get there. We are going to get there, right? But do you see? So let's break down what happened there. They failed 33 of their 89 audits. But what I'm afraid of is they fell 33 of 89, but that's still not half. So they were able to still take off. They let these planes take off, like, you know, and depart from the airport. They should have grounded every last one of those jets. I mean, Boeing really needs to be, it needs to be shut down. I mean, like, let's keep it real. I have to hand it to the Quartering because he did make a point here. Because Lauren Witzke posted this thing, like showing this black pilot, like, oh, you know, as your silver-haired Maverick pilots retire, meet his new replacement. Now, unfortunately, there have been these weird policies that are written saying that we have too many pilots, white pilots, too many this, too many that. So, you know, that now makes it seem inorganic when you see a black pilot, right? Because you know that it is being done, unfortunately, with representation in mind. I'm not coming at this woman because it doesn't really look like she's doing anything. I don't know anything about being a pilot, right? I'm not coming at her, but people go straight there. I noticed that when the planes, sometimes, you know, we get these reports about wheels falling off and they're like, oh, DEI. And it's like, okay, not all the time DEI, but that's unfortunately the sad the sad reality of DEI is that everything is going to be called DEI because y'all made it our business to know that that's what y'all prioritize, right? These corporations and everything else. But not to get too far into the weeds with that. You know, the Quartering says, my wife is a pilot. She put in the required work and dominated. She never got a break or reduced requirements. Imagine posting this video as an own. She seems to be doing everything fine. You're mad because it's a black female and you assume she got pushed through. And it's sad because now that's what comes along with the thoughts of DEI and everything. So I don't even want to be a part of it because even when you are qualified for the gig, these people have made it a thing to celebrate your identity, that's what comes first before your actual skills, right? So, you know, I never was even into, I hated the whole thing about, oh, the first black anything. I used to just think like, can we just not even, we're still doing the first blacks? Like, it's just too much, right? But anyway, the thing is, what's happening on these planes, this is poor maintenance. Also, in the Inflation Reduction Act, when I read through that bill, there's certain things they're switching up now. Like they're not using the same fuel for the jets anymore. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. And this is just a little blurb, okay? SAF stands for Sustainable Aviation Fuel. It's produced from sustainable feedstocks, okay? And it's very similar in its chemistry to traditional fossil jet fuel. Using SAF results in reduction in carbon emissions compared to the traditional jet fuel it replaces over the life cycle of the fuel, okay? So this is important to know that things like this is happening. What this means is what this really means, I'm trying to see when this was written, but it's not going to show it. Oh my goodness, I really want to know when they actually came out with this. Yeah, well, we can see that it was at least when it copyrights up to 2022. So this probably was written sometime around 2022, maybe even 2021. And this is when I started paying attention to the Inflation Reduction Act. When they say the feedstock, let's even put up this picture. I'm sorry, let's geek out for a second, right? Why can't I look at the picture? Bet. Okay, so let's look at sustainable aviation fuel, right? So, okay, they use cooking oil, household waste, and forestry waste. Then they convert it to the fuel. Then it's blended with traditional fuel is blended with this stuff or whatever, and then it's delivered to the airport into the wing. Now, why that's important to know? It's important to know because this is the result of things like that, right? Okay, let's keep it real. Joe Biden said that he was adding more corn to the our gas for our cars, right? Just the regular gas. And anybody who's like at least a little old enough to knows that too much corn can jack up the engine of the gas. Like, the 10% was really pushing it. To say that it's 15%, it's pretty anecdotal, but I know a lot of people with engine problems in their cars right now. This is the same thing. To me, what's happening with Boeing is not even just the poor maintenance. It's the fuel that's eroding the engine line, I would imagine, because this is happening more and more. And I knew that we're going to get ready to do this. Like I said, I looked into the Inflation Reduction Act back in 2021. And I remember thinking like, God, things are going to start falling from the sky. And I don't want to scare anybody. Okay, I don't. But it's just something to think about because it's not just always, DEI or whatever. And this is a serious thing. We're using trash as aviation fuel, fuel for the airlines. So we're using corn oil. We're cutting the gas. Again, everybody knows when you cut the gas, you can destroy an engine, period. So this is something to really pay attention to and stay on top of. I really don't even know what to say. I'm saying it's something to pay attention to and stay on top of. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say because it's this is quite dangerous. This is quite dangerous. I don't mean to leave you on doom and gloom, but we have to look at everything that's going on. And once again, the country has, these policies, however they're written, they are failing the American people.